meeting the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. This definition of sustainable development was first stated in a landmark UN report from 1987 and has become a favorite among professionals dedicated to promoting sustainable business. What it describes is not just a commitment to environmentalism, but a larger moral view that we must not destroy the prospects of future generations to indulge ourselves today. Until recently, there's been little evidence of progress being made towards realizing this ideal. However, things are changing. Progress has accelerated as businesses are forced to deal with environmental and social crises becoming more visible, national and international sustainability agreements entering into force, and progress accelerating, leading technology into becoming a potentially powerful profit driver. In fact, embracing sustainability is making companies more competitive by cutting costs through improved energy efficiency, attracting eco-conscious consumers, and boosting brand reputation. And this isn't just corporate speak or propaganda. Research suggests these effects are real and often substantial. Companies like Unilever and IKEA have made sustainability a core part of their strategies, leading to valuable product innovations, better risk management, and long-term profitability. Businesses that adopt long-term, visionary approaches are increasingly attractive to investors, which are driving much of the transformation that's currently underway. But what are successful companies doing to make it work? And what does the day-to-day work of solving these problems really look like? To find answers to these questions, I'm currently in the process of interviewing 100 Chief Sustainability Officers, or CSOs, about the nature of their work. The people doing this work are on the creative frontier of solving some of the world's most pressing challenges. As a business professor who studies these issues, my aim is to better understand the nature of their work and how the job is changing as sustainability becomes standard. Understanding the nature of the challenges these professionals face is crucial for understanding the future of business. And today, I'd like to share a little bit with you about what I've learned. Over the past decade, most major corporations have restructured to include sustainability as a core function alongside other traditional divisions like finance, marketing, and operations. Just 10 years ago, a Harvard Business School study found that there were just a few dozen CSOs at American companies. Today, the largest online directory of CSOs contains over 700 names, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. There are thousands more. The people I've met through this research are inspiring and come from an impressive variety of backgrounds. They include industry pioneers who remember when sustainability wasn't yet cool, polished Ivy League policy experts, scientists with a passion for product innovation, finance experts with an eye for efficiency, and supply chain and logistics specialists with big plans for emissions reduction. Different as they may be in many ways, the nature of the job points to what these people share in common. The goal of a CSO is generally to develop and coordinate strategy and build culture that benefits people, planet, and profit. I've been genuinely inspired by the commitment of these people to these ideas. Though they're realistic about the constraints they may face, these are principled people who are true believers in the importance of their mission. And they're impressive. To bring the company together to solve the problems that they face, they must be able to speak the languages of finance, marketing, law, and science. They must be comfortable in the boardroom, speaking with any team, and are usually the ones to start the conversation. They're not narrow specialists, but must have broad and deep knowledge of what's going on across the company in order to do their jobs. In fact, CSOs typically report that the essence of their work, the thing that most determines their success or failure, is having a relentless commitment to learning and collaboration through stakeholder outreach. Or as Jennifer Silberman, who served as CSO at Hilton Hotels, Target, Yeti, and now Dollar Tree puts it, these people are dot connectors who bring together people and things in an organization that often sit very siloed. They're conductors, bringing the pieces together to learn from one another. This commitment is the hallmark of a successful CSO, but it looks very different depending on how sustainability is prioritized with an organization and how it is integrated as a core function. To see what I mean, I'm going to ask you to imagine two kinds of cases. The first kind of case involves companies like Unilever that are highly organized for sustainability. In these cases, CSOs may lead through company-wide systems that coordinate strategy and performance measurement. Organization at this level requires significant upfront effort and expense and strong commitment from leadership. Sustainability is ingrained as a value from the top down, with incentives built into the system to encourage employees to pursue sustainability and receive rewards. So what might this look like in practice? Here's a highly simplified example. It starts with strong leadership who commit resources to restructuring the company around the ideal of sustainability. In the example, sustainability sits alongside other main divisions of the company, like finance, marketing, and operations, with the CSO reporting directly to the CEO. The CSO leads a team of their own, which includes dedicated sustainability professionals with jobs like environmental impact lead and community engagement manager. But the key innovation in this case is that sustainability is not confined to these teams, but is integrated across the company among all the different divisions to implement company-wide strategy and to set and achieve their own goals within those divisions. These experts then come together as a central committee under the CSO who develop strategy and make recommendations to teams of senior executives and boards of directors. On the opposite end of the spectrum, we have cases like the one described to me by a former senior executive from the insurance industry. As she put it, we knew we needed to do more with sustainability, but nobody really knew what we needed to do. So we brought someone in to deal with it. In cases like these, the incoming CSO faces an uphill battle. Without strong leadership support and knowledge, building robust systems like the one I just showed you can be a real challenge. Instead, CSOs must work to build partnerships throughout the company, acting as intrapreneurs, internal change agents who drive change through collaboration with others to find efficiency solutions and innovations. The CSO and their team work to build community and drive changes through the force of their own entrepreneurial efforts, with the aim that one day, maybe, they'll be institutionalized in the way I just showed you. All companies that invest in sustainability will fall somewhere along the spectrum between these two kinds of cases, with most falling closer to the second than the first, sadly. Inevitably, as companies mature, though, the CSO and their team will take on different roles, with some of their previous duties being delegated elsewhere. For example, human resources may take on sustainability training, or procurement may take on sustainable supply sourcing duties once clear guidelines and supplier codes of conduct have been put in place. Unfortunately, some companies may take this as a sign that the CSO and their team is no longer necessary. Several CSOs I've spoken with have indicated that this is a growing trend among businesses that believe their sustainability efforts have reached maturity. But how could this possibly be a good decision? As one former CSO said, without a central authority, coordination and accountability can become fragmented and confusing. Sustainability needs a strategic home to ensure coherent implementation and ongoing adaptation to changing conditions. Circumstances will vary, and maybe it will make sense in some cases. But experts believe that over the long term, this will damage ongoing efforts and has the potential to stall progress without any clear financial benefits. With growing opportunities for profit and dramatic increases in regulation, sustainable business is here to stay. We must use these professionals as a resource to better understand the nature of the challenges they face and to build the educational programs of tomorrow. How best to organize for business is a crucial question for the future of business and the world, and must become a central topic of management science if we're to build on our current momentum. So, What can we do as individuals? It goes without saying, I believe we must continue to support these professionals in their work. We must continue to push hard for policies and incentives that encourage businesses to pursue sustainability and hold them accountable. Most importantly, we must foster a culture of learning and collaboration, remembering always that sustainability is not a destination, but a journey that requires constant commitment and innovation. So please, support businesses that prioritize sustainability and demand transparency and accountability from those that do not. Combat cynicism by talking with others about how much business has changed over the last 10 years and help them to make informed decisions of their own. There's a lot of work yet to be done, but your awareness and advocacy does make a difference. We've already overcome the inertia, and sustainability is starting to roll downhill. If we continue to push and push and push together, we can ensure that sustainable development is not just an ideal, but a reality that benefits future and current generations. Thank you.